Good morning. This is going to be a little tutorial that you're not going to see me in because, unless I make a little intro or something later, but I am going to cover the, make liners for these bags and add these little snappy things. I think I figured out what I'm going to do so it doesn't show. I talked about it before in one of my other videos. Okay, I have a lot of mess up here. I know still from my last video and things that I want to work on, and I don't want to put them anywhere else because if I do, I'll forget about them, and I want to put them here where they're in my way and I can line all these pickle bags, and I think I'll show you that too. Okay, I'm putting up a yarn ball right now. Okay, let me get my scissors. Oh shoot, that means I'm gonna have to clean up my sewing area, which is really good because it'll make me do that. All right. So I brought this fabrics over for it. That's kind of boring. I may not use that. That could go inside like a pickle if I wanted to, but it's still kind of boring. Really love this, but I hardly have any fabric. I don't know if it'll fit this tiny one. It might. Look at that. Look at that. Yes, it's meant for this tiny one. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. You know, I'm not measuring or anything like that. Let's move everything out of the way for now. Just right here. Let's work right here. Okay, let me do it backwards. I'm going to have to end up sewing it that way. Okay, so this, let's line it down here because it's cut straight. This matched with the little, wow, that's perfect because I only want it to come to about right here anyways. You know, so that's perfect. So what I'm going to do when I line the purses, I just cut it a little bit, just a little bit wider, because when you put it in there, it has to be a little smaller. Sorry about my bracelet. I'll try to keep it up. So I'm going to just cut straight up. Okay, move that fabric out of the way. Now I know I like that, and I'm going to cut around this. Even though only one side is going to be this. It's going to be this side right here. And it's like that. And this one I'll cut. Okay. Does not matter because I'm going to fix that later. Okay, so that would be the back. Let's see how it goes. That would be inside. I'm going to sew them together. Like right here. I'm going to cut this. It's a little bit taller because this is going to be the front. Okay. So you see, I'm going to sew it like this, and then I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to hem this up too. I think before I put it in, I'll make a little seam. It's really bigger here, so maybe I should cut it just a little bit more so I know. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just sew it by hand, which is really what I need to do because I'm going to put those clips, these clips in there. Alrighty, let me go run to my sewing machine. Okay, so you see how I sewed it down here and then up. And when I came up here, as a little tip, if you want it folded later and you don't want to fold it afterwards, fold it first down, as long as you know that that's the right size. I'm going to have to do something here. Let's see. I'm going to have to cut it just a little bit so we can fold down whenever I put it in this bag. Okay, we're going to put it in like this, but we're not going to sew it in yet because I need to attach those little magnetic, I'm going to make a little band or cut a sock or something and put it around my wrist here so y'all won't hear this dangling. You know, nobody's complained so far. Someone actually said they liked it. Okay, do you see how that is in there? And then how I'm going to fold this down and sew it inside there like that. And this is going to be, I'm going to sew it going around those, I may go around higher, but I'm going to put the little snappy here. All right. I don't know. I guess I should pin it. Do I have my little clips here or did I put them back? There's the name brand of these clips if you want to go look at them on Amazon. So I'm folding it down, and I'm going ahead and putting the clip there. Of course, I'm going to have to move them whenever I put my clips in, snaps. But this will hold it in a certain spot so it doesn't move. And then I know, let's see, that's down. So then I think, see, that's why we should do it. I put it a little bit too far here. Let me move it like that. Okay. And push this over a little bit. Yay. Planning ahead is good. I don't usually do it. All right, so I know I'm going to have this one about this height. I am going to go ahead and cut it. You just be careful. Don't cut your I don't recommend this. Don't cut your crochet. You should do this before you put it on top of your crochet. Maybe you should do it this way. That way you know it'll always be inside the lines, like coloring. All right. Bad, don't follow that. Don't do that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start just like pinning. Let's see. Make sure that it's in there. I should put a little clip in here to hold that in there. Hold the fabric and the purse together so it doesn't, I can't tug it up by accident. Should I leave the beads exposed? I think the beads should be covered. All right. Yeah. And it's easy to do the curve whenever you're doing it by hand. Much easier than by machine. And then you'll just have to fudge here and see how does that work out for you. And you see that? Okay. I like the way that looks. Makes me look like I know what I'm doing. Am I? I never know what I'm doing. Never, never. Always just flying by the seat of my pants. And only older people might understand that. That's so cute with those little snaps. Okay, here. So you can unfold it and make it open right here. So we can go ahead and put those. Let's see. Yeah, you don't want it to be too tight. So I might have to adjust it on the other side if I left too much fabric over here. Or it needs to go in a little bit. Okay, how's that? Looking good, people. Looking good. Alrighty. Let's see these darn things. Should I get like a little tray? I have a tray somewhere. Where is my tray? I bet you it's in here. Yep. Yep. I buy trays at the Dollar Tree so I can use them, and then they're hidden away somewhere. Just so nothing can fly away and fall off. Okay. If you hear anything, it's the squeaking of my chair. I promise. I promise, I promise. It's not me squeaking. Not this time. Okay, I had already taken one out, and thank goodness I cut my nails. Oh, now I can't separate them because they, oh, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna have the two. I'm not sure which is the proper way to do it, which one should be on the top and which one should be at the bottom. Is it like, I don't want to use those scissors. Where's my bad scissors? Bad scissors. That's why they're the bad scissors. Look how they're chewing that up. Okay. And I still keep them, I still keep them around. I don't need that many, do I? Okay. So one is going to go on here after I put it on. So Should the male be on top and the female be on the bottom? Looks like that's how life is, right? Sometimes. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. Okay. Angie will behave. I want to see where it would fall if I put it right there. No, I want it a little lower, I think. Maybe in between these two guys here. Kind of far away. Can y'all see me working? I'm going to push this over here. How about there? Let's see how it looks on this side. See, that's what it looks like on this side. And then I have to put one of these on there to make it stable. And then press them in, I believe. Let's see. If I didn't have all the stuff up here, I could see where my pliers were. Will these work? These are little jewelry ones. Maybe I should get the big ones. Okay, that's not going to work for me. Something has to push this down, and I have tons of tools in here. Let me see which one will work for me. I have a drawer full of tools. I have a hammer. I know I have like that pressy thing for like, dang it, what is that thing that I, you know, like for, you punch things. This thing here. See that? I don't know what it was for. Oh, look, but it helped me press that down. You see what I did there? Okay. And I pressed that down. I guess now I could use the pliers now that it's down. Just to squash it down more. Yes, look at that. Isn't that pretty? And then when I cover this, you won't see it. You'll just see that part. And I hope it doesn't come off because I you know, put it in between. I caught some threads in between it. Okay, so then where's our other? This one is going to have to go in the fabric. So I'm kind of going to have to eyeball it. So these are going to fold down a little bit more because these pens are here. I think about right here. Right there. I wonder if I can push it in or if I'm going to have to make tiny little slits. Oh no, I'm pretty brutish. I think I'm pushing it in. Let me take these off so I can have more leverage. I know it goes right there now that I made that. Cut the fabric just a little bit like that. Not too big because you don't want a big old hole. Look at that, it went through. Gotta add one of these. Okay, and we're gonna do what worked for me before, which is put it on the table, and it's there on that fabric. I wondered if I should have put an extra little support in there. Push that down. Dang it. Okay. Nope. There we go. And now I'm going to squeeze it with the pliers. Alrighty. Look at that. And if I'm going to have to sew around this so it doesn't always pull out whenever I you hear my dogs. Wonder what it is. What is today? Thursday? Don't know who it is. They see a solicitor or somebody. Alrighty. So there. I'm just going to show you how I do this bag, but we're going to do the rest of these bags and then I'll show you whenever I'm done. Okay, we're going to sew this by hand. Where's my sewing stuff? And we're going to see how we do. Okay. And here's some, I'm going to use my regular scissors. Alrighty. Okay, guys, let's see what we can do here. Once again, I'm using my quilting thread and cutting off whatever I think I need. Now, I like to start at the place that is going to look, that you want to look the best. You want it all to look good, but you want things to look nice when you open it up, right? Look how cute that little fabric is for that bag. So I'm going to start over here, over here, depending how I sew. I'm going to start over here and I'm going to put my needle, see it's folded up. I'm going into that fabric where that fold is. Alrighty, so I'm going to fold it back down. And then I'm just going to gather, look at my dog's hair. Gather, you know, sew it up the way I showed y'all before, little mattress stitches. Y'all can watch me. I already know that I'm going to get upset with this thread getting stuck on these little clips, but you know, I need them. Okay, so this is, see my needle coming out here? That's about how far I'm taking it out. What would you say that is? A fourth of an inch. And try to just stay there. You don't have to measure every time. See, this thing is already getting stuck on there. And it'll fold. You fold your fabric under and you pull. And look, it's going to look so nice. Okay, let's take these off. I can take a few of them off. And look, when you pin it, it kind of pressed it in place. So you don't even have to worry about it. You just have to go around. Okay, so I'm going about 1/4 of an inch. Going about 1/4 of an inch and go straight wherever this thread came out. That's where you're going to put it back in on that fold. Okay, bracelet, stay off that desk. Okay, so it's that simple to sew it on and for it to look so much better than the machine, because no guarantees it'll ever be straight. You'll go off court. Well, this is me because I'm a bad sewer. I can do things and I use it. I love sewing, but I don't have the skills for it. I'm like a jack of all trades, but master of none. That's okay. I'm having fun. Hey, that rhymes. Maybe I can be a rapper. Boy, did I sound like an old lady or what? Alrighty. Okay. And we're just going to go around. So I may put you on fast forward. And when you're catching the yarn, you're going between the threads. You don't want it to show on the other side. You won't even be able to tell. And then we're going to pull this and then stretch it just a little bit. And look at that. Look how pretty that looks. You can't even tell. Jeez. You're just going straight across like shoelace. If you put your shoelaces on that way, that is. I'm trying to keep my hand down so you can see with the natural light. That big mound of things I need to do over there might be blocking the light. Okay, see, I like to, oh, it gives me great satisfaction whenever I pull it and then the fabric looks, look at that. Isn't that nice? You can still see some thread here. If you don't want to see that, pull it just a little bit more. And then stretch it just a little bit. And let's see, how does it look? You can still see it. That's okay. They can see that you sewed this, right? You made this. Here we go. Come around the corner. Pull that tight. Stretch it up. That's the end of that, but let's secure it. I'm going to go in between the holes here and go right where that snap is. And you're not going to see this here because it's going to go in, you know, in the yarn. You pull your yarn up away from the fabric, and then that knot gets lost. And you go in with a tiny little stitch and just have your needle at an angle, and that way you come out somewhere over here. Okay. So now that's secured on there. Let's see. Okay, it's on there. When you pull it off, it stays. Okay. Do you think we need to do this one? I don't think we need to do this one. And then if you wanted to, you could tack it down here, or you can tack it down in the corners of the bag so it doesn't move. It's all your preference. I'm leaving it. I'm done. This is so cute. You know what? I might have to make a strap for it, a little wristlet. What do you think about that? That's so cute. Okay, guys, that's how you do it. That's how I do it. And this is how you can do it too if you want to follow. And I don't know, this may bother me. We'll see. Alrighty. Bye. Okay, guys, I wanted to show you something else because, let me move this a little bit this way. Okay, so last time I folded the fabric this way. This time, because of the way, how much fabric I have, it works out to where I could fold it going up. And if you have a picture on here, you got to make sure that when you have that solid, that right there, it's going to end up with a nice little picture, or the right side up. So it's the only thing. So on this one, whenever you cut it from like this, you do have to leave a little bit more on the sides because you are going to be sewing it. Okay. So I just move it a little bit because I don't sew too far out the line. And I'm going to cut right here. Better too big than too small. And this makes it a little easier because whenever you sew it, whenever you sew these two only, you're only going to sew these two sides. You'll have this folded, and this will already be a seam where you could fold back. So it's going to look really clean. Always make sure you sew really well back and forth on this one. Oh, Daisy, I'm almost done. Okay, guys, look. I got them done. Okay, I think this is the one I was working on with you, right? So there it is. It has a little magnetic closure. You hear my dogs, they want to go outside. This is the pumpkin colored one that I made. Let's see. Oh, it has a frog. And it's hidden in there. You can't see it in there. Let's turn it inside out. Look at that. So cute. Fold it up. Let's see. There it goes. Did you hear it snap? Okay, that one and that one. And now, ta-da! The pink one. Oh, that looks really pretty. Very subtle. And it lets this dark, bright pink and all these beads shine. Okay, so here they are. How does that look? There you go. Bye.